Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Thursday, March 14th. Welcome. I'm sorry I started recording this before. I had a coughing fit, so now I have a cough drop. I got something in my eyes, so now it won't quit watering. But we're going to try to move forward. It's been a minute. I know I had hoped to record on Sunday. That didn't happen. Last Thursday, Dax and I woke up sick, very sick, both of us. And today is the first day that either one of us has really felt good. So it's been rough. Anyway, that's part of the reason that I'm so far behind on Instagram on posting Stitch Mania stuff. But anyway, here we go. I worked on Mason jar lineup. It's a dimensions kit. And so here we go. I just love this so much. I still do. And I had to, I didn't get as much done as I had hoped because I had to rip stuff out. Unstitch a bunch of stuff before I could move forward. And even after doing this many jars, I only just realized that in this jar, a large portion of this is the same floss color. The difference is some of it's half stitch and some of it's full stitch, full cross. And so this time I went and I completed each stitch as I was going, because sometimes I could just do half stitches and sometimes, the full cross, but that made it go actually faster. I'm sorry for this. Clearing my throat all the time. I'm trying so hard not to cough. And then I worked on Val's stitching stuff, feline seasons. I think I have done spring and summer. I know I've done summer because I've got it sitting right here. Right now I'm working on fall. And here we are. This time I brought, I filled in here on the cat. I think I had the black on my needle, so I brought that down over here on this side, and I put in the tail, or that part of the tail. It's not the whole tail. And then like I said, Dax and I have been sick, and his mom, my mom, and then even Wyatt asked me today, he's like, what do you think you had? Like, if you took what people say for every thing out there that goes around and put them all into one, that's what I think we had. It was like it started here, and every day it just moved into something different. It's ridiculous. I worked on Fancy That, Rabbit on Wheels. But poor Ryan is sick. Dax is having withdrawal because Papa has not seen his boy in, it's been 2 weeks. Because we saw him the weekend before last. So it's been rough. So anyway, here we are. I'm not going to put on the bottom where it says Rabbit on Wheels. I'm going to do this border. And also, I don't have that button right there, but I think the stitching is in the pattern to fill that in. But this time I did bring the rabbit's legs down a little bit. I finished this pot here. It was only partially in, and started that border across the bottom. I filled in the carrot on here. I don't think I had the flowers filled in on that seed packet before, but I don't remember, and started the pot here. So I keep telling myself, oh, you're getting so close, but what am I thinking? There's a lot of stitching in that rabbit. I'm not getting close at all. The lies we tell ourselves, right? You're going to have to take my word for this one. It's a new start. You have to take my word that it's a squirrel, because there you go. There's my start. It's pretty impressive, I know. This I did last Thursday when I was feeling my absolute worst. But I have not missed a day of stitching since sometime in December of 2022. So I didn't want to miss it. These few stitches took me like 30 minutes because I felt that bad and my brain was that disconnected. I even had to pull stuff out and redo it. That's got to be all of what, 25, 30 stitches? But I went back to try to get, it's from a pattern I bought on Etsy. I went back to try to get a picture of it, and I can't find it in my purchase history. I'm sure it's there somewhere, and I'm just not seeing it. But like I said, you'll have to take my word for it. I know it doesn't really look like a squirrel from what I've gotten done, but I also worked on Hey Heifer from Dirty Annie's. And y'all, I am so close. I put in some more of the white and finished the hearts in here. I think this is the little black on the tail. The little piece there. And then the head will be over here. I ran out of the white. And because I was using thread left over from a kit, I needed to dig for something because it was like an acrylic white. So I needed to go dig through what I had to find another acrylic. And I didn't feel like doing it on that day. I feel like I've done a lot that I continued through all of these days to get anything done. But I do have the white now. And I'm so close to being done with it. I really want to finish it. I do. The other day, Dax, maybe it was Sunday, Dax was like, come here. And I was like, come look at this, which always scares me. But there was a deer. The doe was on the other side of our fence. We have they call it cattle fencing. I don't know. The squares are like this big in the fencing. But the fawn, who was pretty stinking new, and I mean like new, like 1 or 2 days old. But she was standing there watching, and he was walking back and forth along the fence line, and he tried a few times, but then he finally stuck his head through and stuck his body through and went to the other side of the fence where she was. I mean, I'm certain that she had him. There's a grove of trees and underbrush over by where he was walking around. She probably had him there where it's nice and hidden, but it was so cute to watch him. And I was so sad that he got through the fence because he could have been mine. I would have, I would have loved him. When he ran through, I told Dax, I'm like, well, there goes my dream of having a pet deer. I worked on Spring Homes by Mary McDonald. It's by Whispers by the Wind. Anywhere. Anyway, here's where I'm at. The P I had started, so I finished the P and started the S. But really, I mean, it will only be, I mean, maybe like barely wider than that right there. It's not a giant piece. It's just, you know, everything takes me a long time because I've got so many. The birds that built the nest. I don't know if I said in the last video or not that they had kicked 2 babies out of the nest, and then the other day I saw a third one. Let's see. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There was a third baby on the sidewalk, and I went to pick him up to take care of his little body, and he was still alive. So I put him in a little box on some stuff, got him warmed up, bought a giant thing of bird milk, and fed him. He went from pretty lethargic to like if I bumped the thing, the little box, he would start chirping and opening his mouth so I could take the syringe and put the little food down his throat, and we were doing fine. He had made it past the 24 hours since I had found him, and he was getting better, and I was feeling good about it, and I had fed him and rewarmed his little bed, and he was chirping and carrying on, and then he started moving around like he does when he's about to poop. So he did that, and I was cleaning that up, and he put his head up straight and fell over dead. Just like that. I was like, what are you doing? I had his little tiny body, and I was pushing, trying to get his heart going again. Yeah, I was so sad. I was so sad. But I tried. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I hope it's nothing I did. I hope I didn't do anything that caused that. But I was so sad. I thought we were going to be friends. Anyway, he got more life than he would have if he'd stayed on that sidewalk. But I couldn't. Dax was like, oh my God, what are you doing now? And I'm like, I can't walk by and leave him there to suffer. I remember, that's why you fell in love with me. Don't hate it now. Anyway, out of the March-April 1986 Cross Stitch and Country Crafts magazine, I worked on the, what is it, baskets, cats, and quilts. I don't know where the other side of that page is. This is the Amish cat, Amish quilt, really. And this one, I have the most work done on it. This time I filled in some basket. I filled in that over there, and this color over on this side of the basket. And I did fill in some of the cat. I really should maybe concentrate on that one and try to get something done. From the Art of Cross Stitch, After the Rain. This is the first one I've got. Here's the artwork that they did pieces based on. And this one, Autumn at Sinking Creek. McKenna at 1884 Stitchery had that one, and she sent it to me. Anyway, I have that one going too. But this one, I'm up in the clouds. Up here, never to be out of the clouds, ever, ever. Actually, coming down here, I think I'm actually getting kind of close to getting parts of this tree to start to come in, but there we are. From the professionals, this is the stamp. Back when stamps were 22 cents. They're 70 something now, I think. Anyway, I'm doing that, obviously, for Dax. And here we are. I did more of the back stitching here and came around the corner. There's a bunch of white stitching there. I brought that down because I was just like there. So I brought that all down, and then I added in this black here underneath it. Part of that branches out into the fountain pen. Just trying to remember what they call it. Dax writes with the fountain pen a lot at a time too, so I guess it makes it fitting, right? I worked on Land of the Free. This one is a kit by Stapco. I think I bought this kit on eBay. But on this one, again, there was some stuff that I had to undo and redo down here. It's white. And so then I just decided to come over here. I picked this color and I kind of worked it up where it went easily. I'm trying to remember. I think that's the one I worked on this morning. And then finally, I worked on Happy Valentine's Day by Sue Hillis. And I think last time I just had this. So I brought this border up a little bit because that color was still on my needle. And started filling in one of the colors here that goes around that little card. And I think that's all. Maybe not. Out of, Paula Vaughn's Quilts for All Seasons. The May quilt. I'm trying to remember. So here's where this one is. There was some down here that I had to, I think, took out this time. And then I came and kind of just tried to fill in up here. I would like to probably get to the top and kind of fill in working down, but whatever. I think I'm actually missing one of those colors there to get that part filled in on that quilt right here near the center. This is where I started, in the center. But there's a shade of red or two. There are several colors that I still haven't gotten for this, even though I feel like I'll almost have a full DMC set up by the time, I might be 20, 30 floss colors away before from having a complete set, but I feel like I'm going to be very close by the time I get all of the colors for that. But I've got time. I've got plenty of time. Okay, I think the only other thing we have left is the giveaway winner. Sorry. For these. And we do things old school around here. So we had paper. Sorry, I've started this 3 times, so I already drew. And the winner is Kim Enjoys Life 2557. So, Kim, I will leave my email in the description box and email me with your address and I will get these out to you. Dax and I are going to be out of town next week, so it will be after that. I want you to know, the cabin we always go to in May, we rented it for next week. And we were originally tried to rent it for this week, but one of the days wasn't available. So they were like, we could do a different cabin. And the one we like to rent is kind of off by itself instead of, right across from the office and all that kind of stuff. So we said, no, we'd switch to this week, which thank goodness we were not there this week. Since we both felt awful, it wouldn't have been nice. So anyway, we will be gone, but if you will email me your address, I will get that out to you when we get back. Okay, I think that's it. Hopefully, we'll be back on Friday night. We'll leave on Monday and we'll be back on Friday night. We like to go during the week when not everybody else does. God, we're so antisocial. I'm making it sound worse than it is, but we like to go out there to get away. And so I like to get away. But so hopefully I'll be able to come back next week and we'll have a bunch of stitching because there shouldn't be anything for us to do. The weather has been predicting a lot of rain while we're out there, which leaves absolutely nothing to go do. There isn't anything that's really close except for the river. So that should give me lots of time for stitching. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for the likes, for the comments. I truly appreciate them. I responded to a bunch just before I started recording that I actually thought I had already responded to. I was so proud of myself for keeping up with it all. And apparently that wasn't real. So, oh well. But I do appreciate them, even so. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you here next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.